Hello and welcome, beautiful scorpion shape. My name is Tanja and today I will be your coach. You clicked on this video because you want to learn a new trick, and that is what we're here for. And today I am actually showing you a transition from your flatline Scorpio into a Poisson. I just wanna pop, turn around, dance. I just wanna pop, turn around, dance. I just wanna pop, turn around, dance. I just wanna have fun, turn around. I just wanna have fun, turn around. I just wanna turn around, dance. I just wanna. And you guys are on a roll. This was also a request from one of you guys, so I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that I can explain it a little bit better so that you can actually make this transition happening. Both of these tricks are not necessarily super difficult. They require grip strength. So maybe if you're sliding down a lot, maybe it's because you are not quite strong enough to hold your body weight, because essentially you are holding your body weight with your arms. Yes, your foot is there for like a little bit stabilization, but essentially it's your grip, it's your arms, it's your back. So I want you to get a really nice warm up in shoulders, wrists, arms, back, also lower back because there's like a back bend in it, right? And then we can get started. So first you want to get into a flatline Scorpio. How can you do this? Well, the easiest way for me is to simply invert and hook your outside leg. And then from there, re-grab with your inside hand down and bring that inside leg onto the pole into your flatline Scorpio. Nice, beautiful, long line here. Now the tricky part is definitely to transition from this flatline Scorpio into a completely different shape, because essentially what you got to do is to sort of push your bum up and push your torso away from the pole, right? At first it's looking up, and after, when you're done, it's more or less facing down. So there's a transition of strength that is happening here in your flatline Scorpio. You're basically holding your whole weight with your inside leg and a little bit with that lower hand. So now think about really putting a lot of that weight on your bottom hand. So really pushing that into the pole and away from your shoulder, right? So you're really pushing it all out, because essentially that is what will be holding you. So try this move a couple of times. All right, let's get you set up. Flatline Scorpio. And now you already want to feel the pressure that you put onto that lower arm. With that arm that is free, you want to grab under your leg, thumb facing up, beautiful. And then that free leg wants to hook with the toes on the pole, like that, okay? Because it's holding on. From here, slide down that bottom hand until both arms are straight, unhook that hooked leg. And from here, this is the most difficult part. You want to transition up. Now, why is this never really working the first try? Is because you don't really know how to push, okay? If you just let yourself flop, nothing is gonna happen. So this is why it's so important to have this bottom hand really push against the pole. Now, let me demonstrate that. First of all, you want to slide down so you have more leverage to actually turn here, okay? If you're up high, and you can try this with me, you need to exude a lot of force, and my elbow starts to bend, right? Which means a lot of pressure on my shoulder, so this isn't working, right? So you really want to slide down so that both of your arms can be straight and you can push yourself away like that, okay? So also the push is happening in a couple of stages. First, you let yourself turn towards the floor, and then you want to sort of push the pole away from you, okay? So this is the front of the pole, this is the back of the pole. So you want to push against the back of the pole where your booty is, okay? So try this a couple of times on the floor, as I just did, to really feel where you can push, so you can push yourself into the direction that you want to go. Like that. And yes, this is not necessarily super easy, so give yourself time and permission to try it out and fail a couple of times. Okay, I'll demonstrate it to you on spinning so you can see it from all angles, and I try to go quite slow. First, obviously, you want to come into your flatline Scorpio. Beautiful. From here, re-grab that hand. This one is nice and sturdy. Then bringing that top leg up, hooking your toes, letting yourself slide down, facing the pole. Unhook that other leg, press against the back of the pole, and now you can turn your hips around into back bend. Yay. Nice. From here, you can bring your hip back towards the pole and then hook again if you want to, and then come back into a other wee flatline Scorpio. Now a couple of tips that will maybe make this whole thing a little bit more easy. Number one, you want to keep your upper body, your torso, and also your legs as close to the pole as possible. If you let them get away and there's like a huge gap where your arms are and your hips are sort of like sticking out a whole lot, it becomes really difficult to hold, so you will need a lot of strength. If you're closer to the pole, it becomes easier to you, so try this out. Second one, let gravity do its work. So instead of trying to push and pull all the way, you really want to let that bottom hand slide down so that, first of all, you have enough space to turn, and the turn will basically happen automatically, because as you let that hand slide down, your torso, your chest needs to move automatically. And third, this is not an ayesha or a handspring for that matter. I do this quite often because I am quite strong and I can hold my body up. But if you cannot, it becomes really hard to push yourself away. Which I mean by that is that your face is basically at the pole and your whole body's on one side. But what you actually want is that the pole is basically in the middle of your body for the Poisson, okay? And fourth point is that you want to rotate your hips as well. So as soon as you have re-grabbed and you are unhooking your inside leg hang, you want to rotate your hips because now they're facing up, but you actually want them facing down. So don't be afraid if that upper foot is rotating with, because it needs to. Otherwise, you are keeping yourself from having enough space to rotate. And the last really quick tip I'm giving you is that with your top hand, you want to be pulling the pole into the floor. And with your bottom hand, you really want to push your body away from the pole. So really think about this push and pull movement right here. I think this is gonna help you. Give this a try. If not, reach out to me. I hope that this makes sense. Like, conveying this online is quite hard. It's so much easier to do this hands-on and see all the little twists and turns that you're doing. So if this has helped, please let me know. If you're still stuck with whatever point, please write them down below in the comments and I will do my best to answer them and give advice if I can. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you. I hope you can fit this into a nice choreography or flow or anything like that. Let me know how you went. Make sure to subscribe so you support me and you support yourself, because you don't miss any of my tutorials or workouts or dances. And I will see you at a later point. Thank you so much and see ya.